calling, mom is calling. Abhishek, we have got a Tupperware lunchbox for you. But please make sure you don't forget it the way you forgot your Milton bottle back on 24th February 1992 at 6:45 PM 52 seconds. Mom, I was not even born in 1992. Don't try to hide your carelessness. You don't even wake up at 6 in the morning. Mom, but how is waking up at 6 in the morning related to the lost Milton bottle right now? Don't try to teach us. Seems like children cannot confront their parents just because they are younger. My dear, children can confront their parents as long as they agree to marry at the age of 26. And why will you let me confront yourself once I get married? Simple. Because she will not let you confront herself.
Yes.
And after all, parents are meant for doing the sacrifices. Good morning, Toastmasters and dear guests. At the age of 4, I discovered something despite my mother wanting me not to. I put my finger on the hot stove because I knew that yummy food came out of it and the allure was irresistible. That day I learned an important lesson. That is, really hot things suck. Around the same time I made another important discovery. That is, the ice cream that my parents used to give me occasionally was stored in the freezer and could be accessed with my tippy toes. So one day when my mother was not there in the kitchen, I accessed the ice cream with my bare hands and I dropped it over my shirt and over the entire kitchen floor. And then my mother came in the kitchen. And that day I had to learn another important lesson. That is, stealing is a bad habit. And dropping your ice cream over your t-shirt and over the entire kitchen floor makes your mother angry. And angry mothers are difficult to handle. They remind you of your lost Milton bottles, they remind you waking up early in the morning, and they remind you to get married as soon as you turn 26. But here was a third important lesson as well. That is, eating ice cream is better than getting burned. That was the discovery of priorities. That was the discovery of preferences. And this is the job of a truly 4-year child, to explore and to find out what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong, and to develop on those priorities and preferences. Sunny days are better than rainy days, coloring is better than singing, eating ice cream is better than getting burned. We lay our foundations on these perspectives. But soon this exploratory phase ends, because we recognize that this world is beyond our grasp, because there is too much to explore in this world. So our mind forms some sort of principles, and these principles are given to us by our relatives, by our society, by our teachers, by our parents, and maybe some of them we form by ourselves. The 4-year child thinks that ice cream is awesome, and I want it at any cost right now. But the adolescent thinks that ice cream is awesome, but stealing it pisses off my parents, so I will not take it from the freezer. The adolescent applies principles to his decision making. He knows that simply following his own pleasure will put him in a trouble. So he negotiates his own desires with the desires of people around him. And that is how, ladies and gentlemen, you all live your life. You negotiate your own desires with the desires of people around you. There is something good in this. Maybe you don't burn your hands, maybe you don't forget your Milton bottles. I am saying maybe because I still forget my Milton bottles. Maybe you wake up at 6 in the morning, maybe you get married at the age of 26 and lead a happy life. But there is a problem over here. You do everything for someone else's sake. Every decision you take has the fear of negative repercussions it might have. I want to top the school because I want to show it to the society. I want to take science because who the hell take arts? I want to portray a good picture of myself because I don't want to get into a conflict. We end up being the aggregation of the desires of people around us. Few days back, I came across the happiest day of my life. It was when my sister gave birth to a beautiful daughter. When I was about to pick her up in my arms, I had this fear. What if she ended up being the aggregate of desires of the people around her? Because if that happened, Abhishek might be the responsible person for it. I gathered the courage, I picked her up in my arms, I hugged her, and I told her that you will be your own identity, and your mama will make sure you be the one.